guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a trying new makeup at Sephora and Ulta tutorial. I'm going to be putting a bunch of items to the test and you guys will see how I do this look right here. But before we get started, I do quickly want to introduce myself for those of you guys who are new to my channel. Hi, welcome. My name is Jessica, aka the Mexican Beauty. I make videos on all things beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. So I would love for you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. While you're at it, hit that notification bell because that will make sure you never miss a video here on my YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, the Mexican Beauty, because whenever I'm not here, I'm there 24/7. So without further ado, I just want to get right into this tutorial because I try a bunch of amazing new products that I'm excited for you guys to see how they work. Okay, so as you guys can see, I literally have no brows. So today we are going to be starting off with our brows. Also the under eyes, I wanted to try out the new One Size Secure the Blur hydrating under eye patches. You're supposed to hydrate and just give your under eye a really beautiful, almost blurred out effect too. Also helps with darkness. I think this is like the perfect thing for under eye prep, especially in the morning or like, you know, if you're going somewhere. And I also love the fact that these are really soft. I feel like sometimes I've noticed that some under eye patches are like kind of hard and they hurt, but these are very, very soft. And we're gonna leave those on while we work on the brows. So I am so excited because today for brows, we're gonna be using two new brow products that are the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze, which this is still sold out, and then also the Huda Beauty Bomb Brows Pencil. So I'm gonna start off with the Brow Freeze. Looks like this. I'm gonna be taking a spoolie that I have. You guys can use like a actual brush spoolie. I like to just use these little guys. I actually get a lot of these because I get my lashes done and I use them to brush out my lash hair. So I have a lot of extras. So I'm like, let me just use one of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take the product. Ooh, that's very, ooh, I think I took a lot of product. Okay, let's just kind of blend it out in the back of my hand. And then let's see how this does. I think I took a lot. Oh yes, I did take a lot. But it melts right in, which is a good thing. Okay, even though I took a lot of product, you guys can see it doesn't look chunky on the rest of the brow, which is good. But look at my brow, it is so feathered. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm going to just fill in the brow in the areas where I need to with the Huda Beauty pen. So I have this in black brown. This brow pencil is very, very fine, which allows you to be very light with it. I mean, that Brow Freeze by Anastasia is really something else. Like, look at that. I do have to say, I feel like you do get what you pay for because I feel like with this Brow Freeze, it definitely is more creamy than the one by Makeup Revolution. This is more so of a soap. It's more so of like a solid consistency. So I feel like if you use a lot, it can get chunky on the hairs. This doesn't. It like just kind of almost becomes one with the hairs and doesn't cause it to have any of that chunkiness effect. Your brows just look like your brows. So I would definitely recommend this for the person who has more so of like that thicker brow that really wants to kind of give their natural brows a more just effortless feathery effect. I finished the brows and I have to say I am very, very impressed with the Brow Freeze. I feel like it really just kind of locked everything in brow hair wise, really made sure that they didn't budge. As for the brow pencil, I like it, but I feel like I like this more so for the front of the brow where I just want to do those very, very tiny hair-like strokes. So now we're going to move on to the eyes. For eyes, we're going to be using the new KKW Beauty Mauve palette. I forgot to mention about the under eye patches. They were lovely. My under eyes feel so nice and hydrated right now. I also like the fact that the eye patches didn't leave a lot of residue. Sometimes eye patches tend to leave a lot of residue right on the under eye. So I appreciate the fact that when I remove them, I just kind of had to tap the little residue into the skin and it was a-okay. So that was great. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with this shade right here, Muted Mauve. Let's see if this does anything for the eye, because sometimes some colors are just too muted, and on my complexion you can't really tell, but you actually can see it. You can see that mauve. And also, if you're wondering, yes, I just got my lashes done and I do have teal on the outer edges. So we have that color right there. Then we're gonna go ahead and take this color right here, which is called Boysenberry. We're gonna take that same brush and we're just gonna pack that right on this outer edge. And then we're gonna go ahead and take this shade right here, Blushed Jasmine. We're just gonna take a little hint of that and we're gonna put that right on this outer edge right here. Then we're gonna go in with a flat brush and we're gonna be taking this color right here. Okay, so now we're gonna go in and we're gonna be taking the shade that we took earlier, which is the Boysenberry. I think that's what it is. Yeah, hopefully. And we're just gonna be putting that on the outer edge to kind of wrap up the look. And I don't know if you guys noticed while I was talking, but I did go ahead and kind of blend out that really light shade on the lid, because I didn't want it to have like a harsh cut crease line. I wanted it to be like more so soft, so I kind of blended that out as much as I could. Okay, so now we're going to be taking the liner, because you guys know I live for a good liner moment, and we're gonna use the darkest shade in this palette, which is this shade right here. Apply it right here. Oh, also I forgot to mention, I'm wearing the lip oil by Merit in Marrakesh on my lips right now as my moisturizer during my makeup application. In case you guys are wondering, it is so good. That's pretty much the look. You guys can see. I'm literally living for this look. I love just like the colors. They just look so good together. It's like a soft look, but it's still like bam, fierce, you know what I'm saying? It looks a little muted to you when you look at it, but it's honestly, it has beautiful colors, very wearable colors, and then it has like those pops colors. I feel like you can do a natural look with this, and then you can do a nice dramatic look with this palette. Okay guys, so the eyes are done and they look stunning. I really love this eye look. And now we're gonna move on to the complexion. So the first thing we're gonna go ahead and take is the One Size Secure the Blur. Oh wait, before we do this, I literally forgot that I have a new moisturizer to talk about. So I mentioned this in the haul. This is the Ultra Repair Firming Collagen Cream by First Aid Beauty. They recently came out with this firming collagen cream. It's a moisturizer, but it does have those like nice firming ingredients, you know, that we all love, especially as we get older. We want, you know, to keep this face as youthful as possible. I also love how rich this consistency feels. Like it just feels so nice and creamy, super hydrating. You guys can see how it's hydrating my skin. I love that for me. It also has kind of like a tacky consistency, which is good in case you forget to apply primer. It'll allow your foundation to just grip really nicely onto your skin. So we have that. Really like how that felt. That consistency was like so nice and rich. It's not as thick as the Ultra Repair Cream, I feel like. This one is a little bit more of a softer consistency almost. So now we're gonna be taking the Secure the Blur primer, and this is supposed to give you an ultra blurring, pore refining effect. It has niacinamide and it mattifies and evens out the skin. It also is really good with gripping. You guys know this packaging is literally everything. So this is what it looks like. My skin feels really soft. Do you guys see? Okay, so this is the Secure the Blur side. This is nothing. I feel like you can see the difference. It immediately blurs out. Like, look at that. Wow. If there's anybody who knows that good skin prep, it's Patrick Star, because every time I see his makeup looks, he looks incredible. So we're gonna be using, again, the LYS foundation, because this is a new foundation. It's also Black owned in Sephora. It's clean beauty as well. It's just a really lovely foundation, and you need to check it out, especially if you're into clean beauty. And for the price, you gotta check it out. It's $22. I think I forgot to mention the color that I'm in, but I am wearing the color TG5, and the primer's laying really nicely on underneath. I was about to say on top, underneath the foundation. So I really like that. It has really good coverage. It's not super like intense and full, but it covers what it needs to cover and gives you such a fresh radiance. This is LYS at Sephora Clean Beauty. Now we're gonna be using the Merit Complexion Stick that I mentioned, another clean beauty brand at Sephora. And I'm going to just be using this as kind of like a under eye concealer moment. Now, because for this one, I did go ahead and get it in my like complexion shade. It is kind of matching the foundation by LYS in color. But you guys can see, like, look how beautiful that melts into the skin. Gives you such a beautiful finish, whether you want to use this like as a foundation or as a concealer, it's amazing. So now I'm going to be going in with the Tatcha Powder. So this powder is supposed to be like really, really good for giving you like a flawless finish, but also hydrating your skin. I think this powder will be really good for somebody that does have like dry skin, which I have been having like dry under eyes, which is why I've been loving like using eye patches to prep my under eyes. So we'll have to see. I just like to use it right there because that's kind of where my under eyes have issues. I'm gonna take again the Merit Stick as my concealer. Like I mentioned, this is a new brand at Sephora. I do use this in the shade Khaki. So we have that powder. Let me go ahead and dust it away on this side that's kind of set a little bit longer and see how it does. Looks nice. I mean, I'm not seeing anything completely different than other products, to be honest. So this is supposed to give me a radiant finish. I'm not really seeing a radiant finish vibe on me, honestly. It just looks like any other powder I've used. And it is talc free, which I do appreciate. I also do like the fact that this is supposed to like blur the skin, and it talks again about blue light. I feel like a lot of makeup brands try to get you with that, like as a selling point. Okay, so I don't know if I'm like obsessed with it or I see anything incredibly different. You guys can see both of the under eyes. I feel like they still look a little dry. There's like some product that's kind of built up there a little bit. So I don't know, like for $48 if I think this is like life-changing. You guys know that I'm a huge fan of the Airspun powder. I also really, really love my KKW Beauty powder. I've been using this nonstop. I use this in the shade 2. Okay, so now we're gonna move into the fun part, which is the Jacqueline Cosmetics bronzer and blush. Really excited. So I did pick this up in the shade Sunkissed and Bronze Moment. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do first is I'm going to just take my fluffy brush, this Delium Tools brush, and I'm gonna be using the bronzer. So yesterday I went on to Sephora's website, not Sephora, Ulta's website, because they don't sell them at Sephora, they sell them at Ulta. And I saw that all of the duos are sold out on the website. So I was sad because I was like, oh, I'm linking this for my peeps when I uploaded my haul, but unfortunately you can't find it. But you may be able to find these at your local Ultas. I have to say, I like the fact that this bronzer like literally melts into the skin. You don't see helmet head. Like it becomes one with the foundation. I like that a lot because a lot of my bronzers, they just become helmet head. It may also be because this is a baked bronzer. Now we're gonna be going in with our blush. I'm gonna be taking my brush. I'm gonna be going in with Sunkissed. And I'm just gonna be popping that on my cheeks. Whenever I apply blush, I like to just tap it, because I feel like that kind of gives like the maximum pigmentation as opposed to just swiping it back and forth, you know? I feel like that kind of causes things to separate. I have to say, I really love how this applied on the skin. It looks stunning, give you a very soft, effortless type of blush and bronzer look to the face. So I really like that. I also like the fact that this packaging is literally everything. I could literally take this to travel, hopefully in the future, and I can just use this to kind of get ready. Like it looks really nice. It has like that like vanity vibe. Like it's just super luxurious. I feel like for $48, you get two really, really good products. So now what we're gonna be doing is we're going to quickly be just kind of cleaning up this part of the blush. I'm gonna be going in back in with the powder. I actually wanna put it on the back of this because I want to test this out again. I'm gonna be using my KKW Beauty sponge and brush. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't see this powder doing anything different than the other powders. I feel like I can tell when a powder makes a difference because I personally use powder all the time in my under eyes, and I just don't see anything completely different from this. I don't know what it is. I personally, first impressions, wouldn't be here telling you go waste $48 on this Tatcha powder, you know? So I'm going back in with the palette, and I'm just going to be taking a little tiny bit of the lightest shade in this palette that we use on the lid, and we're just gonna kind of apply it right up here on the brow. Then I'm also going to be taking, I'm just kind of letting this kind of like sit for a second to really clean. I'm gonna be taking that same shade and just kind of popping it right here just to kind of add a little bit of some color. I feel like in here, like a really pretty shimmer would look bomb. And I actually think I may know what I want to do with that. I may take the Jacqueline Hill highlighter and pop that in a little bit there. Okay, but before we do that, I do quickly want to remove this powder. Okay, so now we're gonna be moving into the last steps, which is highlights and also our lippy and setting the face. So I'm gonna be using the new Jacqueline Hill single highlighter in the shade Ice, like a gold icy shade. But what I have to say is that, like, usually with highlighters, when you apply it, they just apply so like intensely in one spot. But this, I like the fact that it really blends to where you want it and diffuses into the skin, becomes one with the skin, isn't just like laying on top. So I do want to take a little bit of this color Iced because it does have like that icy effect, and apply it just in the inner tear duct right here. Since this is mainly a matte eye look, I feel like it would look cute if we kind of just went in with a little bit of a highlight pop right here to just kind of make the look next level. Okay, so now we're gonna be moving into our lip. I'm gonna be using these two lip products from KKW Beauty. These are the new lip liners from the Mauve collection. I did pick this up in Mauve 2. Then I'm gonna be going in with the semi-matte, I think, liquid lipstick in the color Birthday Suit. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is take the Benefit, the Porefessional Super Setter. This is the long-lasting spray. It's supposed to have that micro fine mist. It's also alcohol-free. So I first do test run, and then I apply it. It's very lightweight, like you can't even feel it. It feels like a mist. It does have a little bit of a scent. It also helps with pore minimizing, so let me, I feel like with this you can really go in close because it's so fine, you know? The mini's $15 and I think the full size is like $32, so that was good. This lip is giving me life. With the eyes, like it just all really looks nice. Okay guys, so this is the completed look using all new makeup. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. Everything will be listed down below in my description box. You guys can go ahead and check out those items. If you did enjoy watching this, give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know to continue doing these types of videos for you guys. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.